Morning, my alpha listeners, my skibidi alpha skibidis. Oh, that sounded very weird, but alright. It is time for some pre-talk as the qualifying starts in 20 minutes. My mouse is working good there. 9, practice mode 9. Anyways, so we can come back on some predictions made by the drivers, some things that have been said by the drivers. If we look at the practice sessions by the drivers, they didn't say it really went well. That's one note we saw then. But we also had that the drivers didn't really get it. Lime was the only one who found the perfect, we can call that. Lime did a 22.5, I believe, in FP2 or 3. Let me see. FP2, yeah, that's the only session he drives. He did an 11.537. Shadow is close to it, but it's nearly 7/10 off it. If we probably gonna have a big battle between, if Brian shows up, Brian, Ruben, search for maybe as we can get in there. Bobby drives Bobby, of course. Power isn't really going well. Let's say that. He is not very consistent, and one that is the problem. I think will be for Power this season. He will not be that consistent this season. Let me see here. Here the EFA channel. Oh, we didn't post FP3 in here. Sorry. And there were no highlights, of course, for the Grand Prix of the FP3. I'm sorry. The reason for that was the quality on the stream was so bad I was not using it. Yeah, sometimes I have that's very annoying. But lucky that it is this time in a training session. Everything in delete. Oh, I make way design. Yeah. FP3 then. Post! Oh my god, man, that got me annoyed. Let me see how the stream quality is, because then I can use it. It's good. So, yeah. There will be highlights for today. As Archie is saying, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I will shut down in 5 minutes. But let's get back. Let's look at some predictions made by the drivers. What they actually think is gonna happen. Now Cuba says P1 Shadow, P2 Sack, P3 Lime. Sack said I'm not driving. Lime is predicting him, of course, to win. I think also he will probably win. He said P2 Shadow. Prophet, I don't think will get P3 personally. He thinks P3 will be a DNF Prophet. So Yeah, that is a very weird prediction. Well, alright. He predicts it. Yeah, what's more to talk about? Press conference we had yesterday for the team bosses. Didn't really listen, didn't really care. They had some interesting things to share, of course. But drivers, I did listen more. As like they said, they didn't really like how I was going in free practice, even though some drivers were pretty high up the order, which I didn't think was logic, but it is what it is. We're gonna shut down in 4 minutes. I want them 10 minutes before the pit exit, so yeah. What's there more to talk about before we start? Yes, Brian is a bit angry. Let's commentate on that. Leaked what? My mouse pad is not going good today. It's a very nice one. But let's go to the track. Excellent here in the car already. Doing some final things. Let's see, click the pit. I'm in the car, of course. See how this looks. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need the wets. I think we do need the softs. Anyways, 2 minutes we will. I love speaking tags, man. I hate Roblox, man. Oh, you can now do this. Let's see. Continue now. That's new. That's new. It's funny discovery, and you know that. But yeah, let's see then. Who's gonna get, of course, pole, and then after that, who's gonna win the race? I don't have anything else to play, so what is this long one? This was
Good afternoon, everybody. We here. The sun is shining here in As.
cool. This was it was this was no. Oh, Barcelona. Oh, it was very bad, mate.
Good
This is
afternoon, everybody. Welcome.
Syria, old one. Let's shut down then. Session and new call. That. Let's do this. morning, everybody. It is time for Bahrain and round one of the EFR calendar. Then let's see who's going to take pole position. Firstly, of course, fight Shadow line Prophet. But who's going to win the race? That's the big question. We see the circuit then. It is around 5.4 kilometers. We won't have 57 laps. Track record is by Pedro Di Rosa. We don't have the race, but we do have a big elevation, and there are many overtaking points. As here they're going 3 abreast into turn 1. Alonso, Sainz and Vettel. Of course, Vettel drive in the following couple of seasons. Here we see Verstappen and Hamilton also in 2021. Got to keep it in the white lines, I would say Verstappen, but it was in. Here, if you can, you make a move here. It is Bottas versus Perez. Then going into his corner, that was a cheeky overtake by Bottas. Now let's go to the tires. Pretty mediums will be used in the race. Maybe even not hard, pretty not soft medium maybe. But of course for qualifying they will use the soft. Let's go to the track and see qualifying get underway. Well, back then again. Let's see. Well, we got some drivers here already. A bit early, 10 minutes before the session starts then. Well, nothing more much to talk about as we talked about loads. Skill was a mini problem. So I can't get into the game. Both fell. Yeah, you're already in the game on my screen. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, we will wait. Got 7 minutes, so we got all the time in the world. Q1 and Q2 and Q1. Well, let's see. Everyone is in here probably around here then. Oh, yeah. Length the pegging for 12 minutes. So. Okay. So qualifying is under the way then. Let's see who's gonna get pole position here then in Bahrain. Firstly, that's really the first thing we need to decide, of course. Yeah, that's the first thing we would decide. You can stand in the pit lane using my phone page. Here, let me clean to his Ferrari. Yeah, in the Right, as we just started the session. So you see Shadow, officially I would say reigning champion of, because he won F1R last season, of course, um, which officially died, got closed down, I believe, also by Juve. So I was a little bit, nah, but it's their own fault. Give me enough stuff to do, of course. They said I didn't need to do it. But anyways, yeah, Brian. No, these are the out laps, of course, not the first laps. Then it will be very slow, probably by the drive. Well, alright. Now the first laps are gonna start. I think Brian is gonna be the first one to start. No, well, Brian is gonna be the first one to start his lap. Then let's see what he's gonna do. Then Brian into turn one, bit wide. I'm watching here the CC. That's already a CC by Brian. So let's see Lime then, who was behind him. Lime also already a CC. Who was behind them? Archie, I think Archie already got past. Yeah, Archie already got miles cleared by some drivers. Here we see Shadow then, struggling a bit there, not the best cornering. Power is going fast is now on track. Power is cooking something. As we see him there, coming up into the second sector. Oh, a bit of lag. Much lag. Let's watch him again. Which can he do in a second, as there's a new fastest first sector by Ruben was invalidated. So you see many red lap times already into the first couple of laps then. Sergio's maybe even going faster. Let's see, can I find the run? No, as you know, here Ron coming out of the final corner across the line. Then, as we see, it's gonna be a 9.587. But now we're gonna see some good laps as they go into their second hot lap. These drivers already corner cut there, but also. Archie going a bit wide into turn one already. So yeah. 5 brake bias taking all the risk. He already has 60 crashes this season, but Cuba goes up into P4. Interesting. So if there is now a red flag, the session can't be resumed. These will be starting positions, which will make it interesting probably. Yes, Rumen is on a very quick lap, I see now. Here coming through the final sector already. There's what his teammate Shadow's behind, and that is Lapo probably. Shadow's cooking something up. Shadow is cooking something very quick up. Let's see what Shadow can cook up then. Coming around the final turn now, as here we see this camera angle. There comes Shadow. There he comes. Line Ruben, and Shadow across the line he goes. Oh, my camera. As Shadow goes into provisional position. Very good slap by him. Wouldn't complain if I was him. And you see both Ferrari drivers are out on track. Lego City, aka SV, no Oscar. And we got Pixel. Oh, at the top they are very close to each other. Lime and Shadow then. As we see, Lime is pretty on a faster lap now, because Lime is ahead. Bit of probably Lime has a faster second sector than Shadow then, and Shadow, this is going to be a close lap for both. Here, see that Shadow all through the way. P1, I think you can get past. Here comes Lime across the line into P1. Into P1. It's a thunder lap by Lime. But let's see what they can be. Shadow's corner cutting there a bit. And Lime makes the mistake into that corner. Oh. He hits the wall as we're looking there. Let's see, anyone is improving power is at the back. It is here between Cuba. Pixels back on track to Oscar, also back on track, both of the Ferraris. So I think we might see some surprises today. I'm not sure. Bobby is driving for one of his drivers in P5. $123,750. P13. What happened with Louis? Louis, you P13. E. Copy. We need to improve a bit. P2 at the moment. Oscar, your P8. Do have a bit more lag, yeah, that's true. I see a Sauber surgeon. In a Sauber. No, Louis on Thunder lap. Can Louis maybe even get pole position today? That's the question. Good exit there. Coming into the epic. This is a thunder lap by Louis. Can he get the pole position by Louis then? Let's see. Louis. Oh, he bottles it all in the second. That is not good. Second sector. The second sector isn't good. And he goes on to 38 with that thunder of a first sector. Bottles it all in the second. Oh. Oh man, the man up front, Lime is improving a lot, but Ruben is also improving. Uh, let's see, Shadow will come to the line into Shadow 2P2. It's not enough for the man out of Estonia. It's not enough then. Here they come, line through the final corner. Here he comes. Here he comes. It is P9. Copy. As it's not enough, Lime doesn't improve, but barely coming down to the wire. Yeah, literally 0.044. Oh my god, man, that's not enough. What we saw faster in practice, they can probably go even 22s. As Lime is corner cutting fast to get a final lap under the way then. Here Louis then. Louis the underdog probably this session is not going very good though. Oh, he hit the wall, that's done. Qualifying over for Louis. He won't have time for another lap, I think. EQ, but then P11 struggling, I think, with the car. Good. Go green flag racing. I need to get to the start finish line. Right. Need to close this. Qualifying ends. Shadow improving. Shadow maybe gets a dark pole. As here power across the line does improve. P5 for power is also line moves done with a decent lap there. Let's see. All eyes on Shadow now. All eyes on Shadow. Oh, but Lime is. As it's done for Shadow. Flips. He flips nearly. He hits the. As all Lime Valonate. Lime a pole position. P11 we can. Alrighty, this was qualifying. Let's go to the race.